Changing it up. What's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Welcome to our classic watch-along night. We're going TNA tonight, and this is a really weird one because we've got TNA 2006 that we're going to watch together on YouTube, by the way, not Peacock. Click the pinned link there in the chat, or the link in the description will take you right over to TNA's YouTube channel and the link to 2006's Genesis. We are going head-to-head with the current year's Genesis 2025, which is about to go live or just went live 5 minutes ago. We also have playoff NFL football going on right now. The Bills and the Ravens, Chiefs and Philly and Commanders all advanced yesterday and today, and now there's one more game left that we will be eyeballing. So I know a lot of my watchers and listeners and subscribers, all y'all's attention is very, very divided today. So no hard feelings if you don't make this watch along. But since we have already watched all of the great Royal Rumbles, I thought we'd change it up this week and watch a nice pay-per-view from TNA, since so many of their pay-per-views are available in full on their YouTube channel. So that's what we are going to do today. So you want to click that link or just go to TNA Wrestling's YouTube channel and search for TNA Genesis 2006. Very easy. Find that link, and we're all going to hit play together just like we do on Peacock, only we're going to be following along on YouTube today. So pull up two YouTube windows, one for me, one for Genesis 2006, and that's how we roll up in here. Now, the runtime, according to YouTube, tonight is 2 hours, 42 minutes, and 4 seconds. This match is highly recommended by a few of y'all. We Are Pro Wrestling just said this is the most purchased TNA pay-per-view in history, which makes a lot of sense, as they landed Kurt Angle just a few weeks before this, and that was a big deal for them. Also, Barry MK, he says there's a couple of really crazy matches on this show. I know something crazy happens in the Sting match, so that should be fun. And I have never, ever seen this pay-per-view. I've never even seen the Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe dream match of the decade. I remember when it happened, I've seen some clips of it and some highlights. I don't think I've ever seen the match bell to bell before. So this should be interesting for me. I never really watched TNA back in the day, but now that they are in a working agreement with WWE, and they've had such a wild last, 15 years. You can go back and look at some of their great moments, and this pay-per-view apparently was one of them. So we're going to be watching TNA Genesis 2006 tonight. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. I am very happy to report that I think I've finally shaken off the COVID. I finally feel clear. Yesterday for the podcast, I still felt like crap. I just had the voice and the nasally and all that stuff. So I apologize for just being a little watery-eyed and cross-eyed on live camera for the past week, but I'm over it now. COVID is out of my system, and I can now resume life as normal. So that makes me happy. Good to see Tatanani and Just Smitty, Mike Rouse, Brandon McNeil in the house. We got Sam. We have Ruben Anthony. We've got Barry MK, TNA Wrestling, or TNA We Are Wrestling. Fox Star Killer is in with a quick $10. Thank you for that, my friend. All right, my first TNA pay-per-view watch-along for me. Since the pay-per-view is on YouTube, I'm using my computer to participate in the stream because I'm casting the pay-per-view to the TV from my phone. That's very smart. Or you can pull up two windows, pull up the pay-per-view and then shrink me and have it lay over top. There's a lot of ways you can do it if you are watching on any sort of computer or phone or device or tablet, and that sounds like a good way to do it. Thank you for that, Fox Star. We got Mike Games version 1 in the house. Colin Wright, Ben Espinoza, Nate Dog Cata. We also have Rodrigo. We got Ricky Salvador. We Are Pro Wrestling is here, along with Doug Unfunny and JJ Leg. Good to see Zane G. And George Morris in with his token 5. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? How is Tito and Elizabeth? I never watched TNA. When will we do Royal Rumble 04, 07, 04, 07? My cat Strudel enjoying NFL playoffs. So I'm glad Strudel's enjoying the playoffs. I am not, as the Lions lost, so I have reverted back to giving up hope permanently. I'm sick and tired of worrying about my team doing well. So I'm kind of over football now, but I'm still going to be eyeballing the playoffs and whatnot. Elizabeth is doing great. Tito is doing great. He's laying right here below me for some reason. He's usually back on the couch during the watch-alongs, but he's kind of out and about right now. And I'm hoping that we can do Royal Rumble 2004 next Sunday. However, it's Championship Sunday, and I might have plans for the games. I might be at a buddy's house. I might be at my sister's house. Most likely, I'm not even going to be here next week. So I think we're done with the Royal Rumble watch-alongs. I don't think there's another week left, because Royal Rumble falls on a Saturday this year, right? So it's 2 weeks from yesterday. So we might be done with Rumbles, guys. I think we might be. Unless we can squeeze one in, we're going to do 07, or we're going to watch the first 2 Rumbles, you know, maybe back-to-back for fun. There might still be time to squeeze something like that in. So stay tuned. We might not be done with Rumbles quite yet. Good to see Garrett Osborne in here along with Sonic Plays. We got Jake, the original Tribal Chief. $5 from Ruben Anthony. In the last 60-ish days, I've watched live pay-per-views from WWE, NXT, AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, and tonight, TNA Genesis 2025. Don't be tribal, just enjoy wrestling. Couldn't agree more. For those of you who are watching TNA Genesis 2025 tonight, if you bought that, I don't even know. It's on pay-per-view, right? It's purchasable. Let us know what's happening. I'm really only kind of aware of Jordan Grace and Tessa Blanchard and Nemeth and Hendry. But if you want to give us some other updates, feel free, especially if there are some NXT or WWE personalities popping their head in there. Ryan Adams, good to see you. I think I got you. Also, we got Saturday night's main event next Saturday as well. Yes, which I mentioned yesterday. I probably won't be here for a watch along for because I'm working, but we will be up for a Winged Eagle. So it's going to be kind of like a pre-show podcast type of thing next week. So kind of a weird week coming up, but a balls to the wall week during Royal Rumble week. Keep that in mind. Killicam, thank you for the 5 as well. Hey, Greg, watching football and Genesis 2025. Already saw an NXT guy on the kickoff. We'll keep you updated on the show. Thank you. Glad you are feeling better. Appreciate all that, guys. And I think we should get going now. So I think you've pulled up your YouTube by now, right? Got TNA Genesis 2006 queued up, and just like always, I changed the little thing by the timer here to say YouTube instead of Peacock. Other than that, we're going to do everything else as normal. Hit play together, watch together, all that stuff. The ads have been disabled on this video, but if you don't have premium, then you might experience some ads while watching TNA's YouTube channel. If you do, that's what the timer is for. We all hit play together, timer begins to run. Use that to sync yourself up if you get any interruptions. And without any further ado, I think it's time to do this. Let's do it. All right. Fingers on the zeros. Finger on Genesis. It's a little different. I'm used to Peacock, so I got to just make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, we are good. All right, here we go. Let's rock. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, sorry. I fucked up. Here. Wait, hold on. I fucked up. Back to 0. Everybody back to 0. I was off by 3 seconds. I hit the wrong button. See? I knew something was off. All right, we're resetting, doing it all again. Ready? Everybody back to normal? Back to normal. Okay. I'm going to do it right this time without fucking it up. Okay. Am I doing this right? Yes, I'm doing it right. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, play. For real this time. There we go. I erased the timer instead of starting the timer. That's why I fucked up the first one there. Now we are good. Well, I'll tell you this, their intro video packages are much better than WCW's. From the little bit I can tell so far. WCW always felt so low budget, low rent, you know? Well, this isn't that much better, but still. And I was never a fan of this Orlando bullshit either. The Impact Zone. I'll try not to make fun of it too much. Oh yeah, I forgot about SoCal Val. I forgot about her. So we got Mike Tenay and West, I guess? This fucking stop sign shaped ring, what the F? What am I watching? I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy this pay-per-view. I remember glancing at the card a few days ago, thought it looked pretty interesting. And Christian and AJ are on the show too, right? So I'm sure it'll be enjoyable. But I never watched TNA. I mean, aside from catching a few things here and there, I never actively watched them. And didn't really care about them, to be honest. And we got Kazarian as one of the team members, or one of the guys in this match here, and he just wrestled on the pre-show. So it's Kazarian, Goth Kazarian, and Johnny Devine. Who's the first feller? Is it like Shannon Moore or something? Maverick Matt. Okay. Maverick Matt. I don't even know anything about these guys. Kazarian with the eye makeup. Oh, it's the Voodoo Kin Mafia. Oh, wow. I think this is the same year. It definitely is. 2006. I remember I got my hands on, I still have it, a shoot interview with these two. Billy and Rhodey. Oh, and they were not kind to WWE, Triple H. They were both still, I think, highly influenced by drugs. And they didn't have nice things to say at all. So the fact that they both went back and held prominent roles in the company after all that and made up with Triple H is pretty wild. All right, so it's the New Age Outlaws against Kazarian and his eyeshadow buddies. Oh, Matt, that's Matt Taven? Didn't even recognize him. What are they chanting? DX sucks? Well, they're not DX, they're the Voodoo Kin Mafia. Maverick Matt is Matt Taven? Are we sure? Y'all gonna have to educate me on some of these guys. I was 29 years old in 2006. I was not paying attention to TNA. I'd imagine it would be a transition going from one company to the next when they still had the six-sided ring. It's just feels like you got to work a little bit differently. Oh, okay, Matt. Okay, I was about to say. It's like, there's no way that's Matt Taven. I know people can change over the course of 20 years, but come on. And who's this feller in the dress? He looks like Raven, kind of. Who's he? Oh, he's Johnny Devine. That's right. It's like Dollar Tree Mordecai. Timu Mordecai. Maverick Matt is Shawn Michaels' real-life cousin. Yeah, I could see that. He looks a little bit like a young, pudgy Shawn. And Shawn was still kicking ass in 2006 in WWE. I guess DX had just reformed. I guess that's why the fans were chanting DX sucks, right? Had nothing to do with Billy and Rhodey. It probably had to do with Shawn and Hunter, who were probably in the midst of reforming DX right around this time, right? What month does Genesis happen in? October? So DX had been reunited for a while then. Good old Monty Sop. Fucking Billy Gunn in there. Still looks the same. It amazes me just what a moose Billy Gunn turned out to be. You couldn't tell he was just so big when he was in the Smoking Guns. He wasn't filled out yet. He had no muscle tone to him. But he's tall, too. He's big and tall. He's a huge man. I mean, he's every bit as big as The Rock, I would think. Right? Billy Gunn? Close to it. Done. Well, that didn't take long. Yo, Off Leather Wings, happy 29th birthday. Enjoy the end of it, my friend. Next year, oof, you're going to be 30. You're going to be all old, going to bed early, eating dinner at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's all happening. Starts happening next year. You just wait. Happy birthday to you, man. You're the same age I was when this show aired. Michael Hickenbottom. Vince, Paul, and Michael. The Groove Tube. Good movie. That's a pretty good example of why I wanted nothing to do with them. I'm fine with some shots back and forth between competing companies, but they were taking it to such a different level. You know, they were just constantly focused and obsessed on what WWE was doing. WCW was like that too. And WWE was kind of minding their own business. They didn't really give a shit about these guys. You know, Triple H and Shawn were doing their thing. They sold out houses and crowds and all that. I like competition. I like spirited jabs being taken back and forth. Especially now with AEW and WWE. I like the little jabs sometimes. But when one side becomes overly obsessive, it's a turnoff. Then it goes beyond fun. And like, why are Billy and Rhodey so upset at Shawn Hickenbottom and Triple H? Like, what the fuck? They were jobbers when they stumbled ass backwards into the Outlaws and DX. They're lucky to have the fucking success they had. They were just so bitter. Chris Sabin and Christopher Daniels, who just called it a career last night. I still haven't watched that match. I meant to. I haven't got a chance to. But I want to see the death match with him and Hangman. All right, America's Most Wanted in LAX. That'll be fun. Those are some TNA teams if I've ever seen them there. LAX. Sting's a champ, defending against Abyss and Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. Is Angle and Joe the main event? Why are they going back to the ring? Oh, is he going to be punished for losing or something? Why are they coming back? What, are they going to cane him? Who is that? Oh, it's Raven. Did TNA have any music that was any good? Like theme songs? I know some wrestlers had good. I don't know anybody's songs there. I couldn't recognize anybody's theme song. If I just did a blind listen, who's this song for? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know what AJ sounded like, Angles, Christians, Joe, nobody. No idea. Okay, so this four feller is gonna get punished for losing the match. That's sad. It's not nice. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Raven, why are you wearing that mask thing? Jeez, fuck that. Raven, what's that shit on your neck? Stupid. There's no feelings whatsoever. Brother Ray, Brother Devon. Who are these dickheads? I don't even know who they are. Who's this tag team? Educate, Mike Work. Oh, We Are Pro Wrestling. I take that back. I am aware of one theme. I can definitely recognize Abyss's theme in TNA. I'm wrong. Yeah. His was good. I always thought, like, when Finn Balor debuted as the Demon, he kind of had a similar sounding theme, sort of. Was the Dudley supposed to be in this and they're being replaced by Sonjay and somebody else? I didn't hear who Shane said. Chase Stevens, Andy Douglas. Okay, Stevens I'm a little familiar with. Not so much Andy Douglas. Oh, it's Sonjay and Lethal? And Jerry Lynn? Sonjay looks weird with hair, doesn't he? Oh, I missed a super chat. Sorry, Colin. VKM trying to toss off the dumb TNA soldiers with that shit. It just was lame. VKM looked dumb. I couldn't imagine watching this at the time and thinking that was cool. I mean, anti-WWE was definitely cool in 2006, so I get that. But Voodoo Kin Mafia, give me a break. They tried to make Shane's music a little kind of like the WCW sounding theme, I think. What song did he use in, was it Alice in Chains? I forgot who Shane used in ECW. Dreamer was Alice in Chains. Sandman, Metallica. Rob Van Dam was not Korn, but who was Rob Van Dam's? And then Shane. Oh, Deep Purple. That's right. That's right. I actually did think that Shane Douglas would have been an excellent manager or, you know, backstage personality. And he did a little of that in TNA, but I felt like he could have done more. I felt like he could have had a job in WWE. He can talk and he can do all that stuff. Yeah, our Pantera, that's right. All right, Sonjay and Lethal about to fly. So Jay Lethal would still be, what, several years away from doing the Ric Flair stuff, right? Because Ric Flair wouldn't even come into like 2010 or whatever. I mean, I imagine you can be very creative with a 6-sided ring. It would be difficult for me to, as a wrestler, to transition between the two. I mean, you got 6 turnbuckle pads in there, which is crazy. Or 5. No, 6. They got 6. 6 sides, 6 turnbuckles. The one famous interaction between Lethal and Flair I actually did like, and he was very good as Black Machismo as well. He was very good at doing both of the impressions. Oh, it was awesome. (21-13) Buffalo. 6 minutes left in the third, for those wondering. I'm sure they will wind up beating Baltimore. I can't see Baltimore pulling off this upset. So it's going to be Buffalo and Kansas City and Washington and Philly. So Philly's in. Philly, you might as well count them in the Super Bowl. They will beat Washington. And it's probably going to be Philly and Eagles again. Or Philly and Chiefs. Killer Cam, appreciate the $5. Do the Hardys get a run with the NXT tag titles with the partnership and then being current tag team champions? I don't know. I don't think they need to win the NXT tags, to be honest. I'd rather them not. I'd rather them just come in and do the Hall of Fame. Oh, I didn't even realize Hurts got hurt. Hurts got hurt? Oh no, well, that could have an effect. Might be fuck. If Washington makes it to the Super Bowl, they're gonna get their ass kicked. How long did Andy Douglas wrestle? Is he still active? I don't know much about these guys. Good high knee by Douglas. (2006) What a time to be alive. I'd go back to 2006. I had some fun in 2006. I partied, man. Oh. I feel like tag team matches could be especially confusing if you get your bell rang. I'm like, how do they do the... Are you assigned to a corner in the tag matches, or you can pick whatever corner you want to stand in? There's no tag ropes, it doesn't look like. Sonjay, be careful, man. You're going to drop your pencil. Nice, nice. Sonjay Dutt, I have seen wrestle a bunch of times, so I always liked him. I'm familiar with his work. Not so much Andy Douglas, though. Oh, Zane, you're 06, huh? I was class of 95. Ever see Just Friends? Class of 95. That was me. I went to that school with those guys. What was, I mean, Ring of Honor was cooking at this time, right? Was there ever any TNA and Ring of Honor crossovers during these days? I really wasn't watching much of Ring of Honor either. I was aware of them. I knew they were doing good things, but I had a busy job and social life, so wrestling outside of WWE didn't have a whole lot of. And Sonjay got pinned. Damn it! I was rooting for them. Yeah, shout out to everybody off work today. I'm off today and tomorrow. I'm very excited. Collins got 5. I was 13 in 2006. And there was a helper in high school who taped TNA pay-per-views and let me borrow them. That's awesome. A bugger when he was arrested for being a nonce. Oh, are they gonna burn something? I don't know what a nunce is. A narc? Or I guess he wouldn't be arrested for that. Two out of the 4 people in this image follow me on social media. Conan and Hernandez. Not Borash, though. There's nothing any gringo can do about it? Even me? Thought we were friends, Conan. You always DM me asking me if I've heard your podcast. I didn't know I was just a lowly gringo over here. Jim Cornette. There's going to be huge ramifications. We don't take no orders from the white boy. Okay. Something tells me you do, though. But it's okay. Look at Don West. What a funny guy. Rest in peace, Donster. What years, help me out, what years was Bruce there? Because Bruce, Cornette, and Russo were all in TNA, right? Did they overlap any? Or were they all separate instances? Chris Sabin and Christopher Daniels. Look at Daniels. Look at a young Daniels. How old is he now? He's got it. He's 52, I think. Maybe older.
He has returned to the X Division to restore respect and a code of honor. Chris Sabin, an amazing star whose skills are only topped by his attitude and arrogance that has led to defeat.
Sabin is another guy I'd like to see maybe cross over, but I feel like TNA and WWE's partnership is going to be just one-sided. TNA is there to be WWE's bitch. They're going to get the low-end fucking PC talent, but WWE is going to get the top talent. The belts. But it would be great if they could get AJ over there for an appearance. Or a match. 54, damn. He's a year older than what, R-Truth? I think R-Truth is like 53.
AJ Styles and I were friends. We're best friends. But when it comes to this championship, our first priority is friendship. It's victory. I've been known to take any steps necessary to get that victory. AJ, he has his own issues. I don't want to talk about his issues. I want to talk about Chris Sabin's issues. Chris, you've always been a talented athlete. But do you think this new attitude of yours is going to get you somewhere in the X Division? You think disrespecting Christopher Daniels or AJ Styles is going to get you somewhere like we owe you something? You need to understand this. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels built this X Division. We earned everything we ever had. And tonight at Genesis, in this ring, I will show you why I am the longest reigning X Division champion in TNA history. And at the end of tonight, I will have two things. I will have your respect. And that.
Okay.
The No Limits X Division on display next here at Genesis.
All right, well, X Division is always fun. Yes. Let's look at the X Factors, please. The X Division, I can't believe I don't know this. The X Division matches are just matches, right? Not every one of them, it's like hung up in the middle of the ring with the ropes over top of the ring. That's not what we're doing here. This is just a match for the X Division title. Sabin, cockiness and arrogance. Daniels, respect and honor. Yeah, this is pretty low-tech production here. Couple of Michigan boys here. This is the shittiest music I've ever heard. Oh, Ultimate X is where they hang it. Okay. Any other rules for this shit? You can just do whatever you want? Oh, who's this? Is that Hemi? Or that's SoCal Val? Hemi probably wasn't there yet. It kind of has like a Marilyn Manson sound to it, his theme. Kid Cash, yeah, I liked Kid Cash. Yeah, Tom Phillips and Aiden English are the commentary team. I did see that. Let me know if anything interesting happens on that. We got a 3-point game, though, in this Baltimore-Buffalo deal. Okay, Mackenzie Mitchell is there doing some ring announcing for TNA. Yeah, I think I knew she was with Vic Joseph. I think a lot of people were surprised when she was let go. Kind of random. I wonder what the backstage setup looked like in TNA. Like, this is Universal Studios, right? So there's probably like not like a locker room situation back there, is there? Was there locker rooms, or was it more of just rooms, rooms to be in? I wonder how all that was set up. Any of these wrestlers brought camcorders to the backstage area back in the day? I'd like to see how it was all set up. I always thought Daniels had the interesting gear. Like, he has his shorts hiked up higher than most. He's built a little bit like me. I'm just not as round in the middle. I'm more slender. I don't have the handles. Daniels, he got a dump truck on him too, don't he? Oh, look at a booty on that man. I know y'all are looking. I don't have that booty either. I ain't got the Daniels booty. Look at that little cartwheel he did. Oh, what a stomp. Yeah, just Smitty, this is it. This is Kurt Angle's TNA debut. Thanks, Killicam. Yeah, the TikTok ban didn't last long. I'm happy that most people woke up with their TikTok backs today, or TikToks back today. But it was kind of obvious outside of 2 days ago what is happening. It's straight out of the create a problem to solve it playbook, almost as if it was scripted to be this way. But when it comes to that, I mean, it's ridiculous. TikTok's going to be just another propaganda arm for the fuckwad. But I don't really care right now. I'm just happy that people got it back. It was the livelihoods of a lot of people, paid a lot of bills for a lot of people, and it kept Elizabeth entertained. She's not really an online person, doesn't really do social media, is never on the internet and stuff. And so she just recently discovered TikTok like within the last year. And it's been hilarious listening to her giggle from every fucking corner of the house. And I really didn't want her to lose that because she's not like me who lives online, you know? So if she finds something that she can enjoy, and she really does, and it keeps her occupied at her breaks at work and things like that, I didn't want her to lose that. So I'm really happy for her. I don't have a TikTok. I've never even been on the site, but I'm happy that the people who rely on it have it back, because what if that happened to YouTube? What if they're like, we're going to ban YouTube? I'm like, well, this is my fucking livelihood. You know, so I have sympathy for that. I understand, you know, but I also think that, you know, the government and even TikTok are kind of playing with everybody a little bit, knowing that, you know, they can extend some delays and, you know, make some extensions to where they can get this thing resolved properly. Because when it comes down to, like, you know, privacy and stuff, you know, TikTok is a fraction of the dangers that really exist out there with the Metas and all the other hundreds of American tech companies that do the same thing, even worse. And so it's really not adding to the threat. You know, everybody takes a risk when you have these type of devices and apps and shit like that. For most people like myself, you know, if China knows I went to Taco Bell today, I don't really give a shit, you know. But that's not going to be the case with everybody. Oh, nice duck by Saban there. Fox Star, thanks for the 5. You had to change up how you're doing it. I'm now casting the stream to the TV on my phone and watching the pay-per-view on my computer. Okay, that works. I'll try not to talk too loud, because if you're streaming me on your TV, I'll try not to yell. Barry, you had some Hawaii Taco Bell? Holy shit. Oh yeah, they got a Taco Bell in Kauai. I've driven past it. Huh. I think I know the one you went to. Interesting. I know there's a Burger King up there by the mall, right? And near Lahui? Interesting. I've been known to put down a Mexican pizza or two in my day, but I try to stay away from fast food as much as I can. I like taco shops, Chinese food, that type of thing for takeout. Subs, you know, like a Jersey Mike's or a really good taco shop, or really good Chinese or Asian takeout, something like that. I like. And I try not to do the McDonald's and the Taco Bells, but every now and then, me and Elizabeth will tackle some Chick-fil-A together. It'll happen. Oh, love that dropkick. Upside down in the 3-0, baby. How old is Saban in general? I'm curious how old he was here. I mean, Saban's got to be in his 40s. This show was 18 years ago. Over 18 years ago. Oh, AJ's here. Wow, it looks like back then AJ cut all of his long hair off and it's short now. Interesting. I wonder why he did that. I wonder why he cut it all off. Oh, Daniels is going to go. It's like he flew. Don West. I didn't like Don West like at the time, but you can kind of grow to appreciate him. If there's one thing Don West never did, it's phone in phone-in commentary performance. He never did that. He would regularly scream what was happening in the ring to you. I like Don West infinitely more than a Mark Madden, who's a piece of shit. Oh. AJ's clean shaven here. Shaved a beard off too, Juliet. Or the beard. Oh yeah, Barry, that's actually a good thing to do. Everybody should, every few months, should go eat at a fast food place just to remind yourself how bad it can suck. Yeah, I don't know, man. Hawaii Taco Bell. I think there's Taco Bells in other parts of the country that you would actually like, but I can't imagine the Kauai Taco Bell being fantastic. I'm sure you got great taco trucks that you can find. That's what we got here. You see a little Mexican dude standing on the side of the road with a pickup truck and a big cooler full of tamales? Stop. Stop and get some. Oh. Kick out by Daniels. I love that I don't know who wins any of these matches. And I think I only know of 3 matches on this card. The rest of it, I've forgotten. I looked last week at Wikipedia, and I glanced at it. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good. But I only know of Joe and Angle and Abyss and Sting and Christian and AJ. The rest of it... Everything's working out okay, right? Following along on YouTube, we're not having any issues. Looks good on my end. Oh. 24-19 Buffalo. 11.5 minutes left in the game. I'm going to go get another frosty cold one. I'll be right back. Oh, nice crucifix by Daniels. Almost got him. Rudy Charles. What happened to Rudy Charles? Is he still around? The Rudester? Oh, and he got him. Rolled him up and got him. Daniels with the victory. Good to see a Christopher Daniels championship victory on a pay-per-view one day after he retired. It's almost as if it's fitting. Okay, Ryan, thank you for the update. It's time for Tessa vs. Grace. Keep us updated. I have a feeling since Jordan Grace is reportedly finishing up with the company that she's going to have to job out to Tessa on her way out the door and probably on her way to WWE. However, if WWE's about to sign her and they now have a partnership, they can probably pull rank and be like, nah, she's got to beat Tessa. I know we're about to sign her, but we're going to let her go back to you anyway, so Jordan might wind up winning. Oh, is he? I thought that referee looked familiar. He's in WWE? So Jerry Lynn's mad at Chris Sabin now. Whenever you click on some, like, MAGA asshole, like a Charlie Kirk or just some douchebag like that, and then you click on followed by, it's always the same. It's always Jerry Lynn, Medusa, Jake Hager. Every one of them. like one of my childhood friends, which blows my mind. But I'm like, God, how many assholes can the same 4 fucking people follow?
We bought into it, didn't we? We bought into it. Let's check out the latest from Paparazzi Productions. You can't trust that kid.
Look at Nash. His fucking Tennessee Volunteers hat.
Guys, we're in tailspin. We gotta come out of this funk. We need to win bad tonight. I count on you guys collectively to give me 90%. I can give you at least 90%. I don't know about downward spiral.
Okay, well, that's Shelley, right? Oh, is that Austin Aries? Is that Austin Aries and Alex Shelley? I think that's Shelley. I know that's definitely Austin Aries. What kind of team is this that Nash is? Check your box, motherfucker.
Listen, guys. If you just follow my lead, you guys will have careers like some incredible stars out there. Like Lasertron, Nelson Royal, Pork Chop Cash,
George Scott, Pork Chop Cash, Brody Chase, George South, Hector Garza, Italian Stallion.
The thing is tonight, we need to win.
Are all of TNA's backstage segments like that? Do they have the tight shots on the face? Nash's arm is in a sling. Austin Aries is... I can't tell which village person Austin Aries is dressed as. Oh, Bill's recovery, huh? Missed that. What are we doing? Okay. All right. I like how they twist the camera around. So edgy. There he is. I mean, a couple of you said you were teenagers when the show aired. One of you just said you were 13 when this show aired. I'd like to... I'm curious what I would think of this when I was 13. Because when I was 13, it was 1990. It was Hogan and Warrior, WrestleMania 6, you know?
One of the X Division pioneers, put that in quotes, Kevin Nash here to watch his team. And their opponents first from Charlotte, North Carolina, Ron the Truth.
Is this Ron's own music? Is that how we can use it?
From Dallas, Texas.
Ron Killings is using his WWE music right now. I guess he must own that. Oh, is that Lance Hoyt? We know who Lance Hoyt is. Fucking Lance Archer. When he first came in, I always thought he looked... Because he was in his, like, Vance Archer, right, in WWE with the short hair. And then when he got here, I always remember laughing because he has, like, a tramp stamp tattoo. And it's always weird when you see dudes have that. All right, so now it's Ron Killings and Lance Hoyt are a team. Interesting. Yeah, he has several music albums. I just didn't put it together that this must be his song because he sings on it. But I didn't know he was using the same theme in TNA. That's crazy. It's the same song. You can get with this. It's the same. He just plays the same song. That's really funny.
I was in Japan 2 nights ago defending my X Division title in the Budokan. Went for a 375 Black Huracan twist. Ended up on the floor. Finished the match victorious.
Finished the match victorious. Kevin Nash.
Actually, it hadn't been that offensive.
A 20-year younger Kevin Nash is much funnier. He's kind of grumpy now.
Well, the X Division stars, Austin Starr and Alex Shelley, under the tutelage of the man who claims to be an X Division pioneer. Well, my memory must be blank when it comes to...
You got a cousin with a tramp stamp? Is she a girl? Then it's okay. It's just weird when it's a dude.
Going way back. I guess so. Well, you know what? As someone who has been involved with the X Division as long and as much as you have to be
That Mike Tyson. You got a lower back tattoo on your face.
Utterly disgusting. Oh, come on. I mean, we just saw a great match with Christopher Daniels and Chris Sabin. Thanks to Sabin being able to listen to what I taught him during our short stint together. You know what?
Mike Rouse, you were 35 in 2006 and you're still alive? I'm kidding. You're not that old. You're only 5 years older than me.
Really? Yeah. Say what? Get this thing back on track. I'm down a little bit with the wing right now. I can still lead this thing to the crown. I can do it. I can do it. All right. This Thursday on Impact, prime time on Spike TV. Kevin Nash, a mandatory meeting of all the X Division stars and Ron the Truth Killing. Definitely.
Look at Earl in there. Earl was recently let go from WWE, maybe like the year before or something. Austin Aries, he fucking just disappeared, didn't he? Is he still finding his narrative or whatever? Or is he still controlling his narrative? Oh, that makes sense. Austin Starr. I mean, he did have the glasses and stuff, so maybe it's kind of like taken from Ringo Starr. I just thought he looked more like a Village person than a Beatle, but that's possible. Oh, I hate his face. He's got the worst face in the world. It looks like Jimmy Jacobs fucked Ric Flair in the mid-70s when he was fat.
This guy's no slouch, two-time world champion with this killing scam. Quickly shot off into the corner. Oh, Austin Starr able to avoid the truth as killing charge.
When did he come back to WWE? 2009 or something? When was he back? Because I know he had a big issue with leaving WWE. When I talked to him outside of the SmackDown arena in 2003, he tried to sell me a CD. And he's like, "It's all the songs about Vince McMahon. Does that album really exist? Was he lying to me? Did he really make an album about his issues?" Here comes Lance and his fucking tattoo. Look how young he is, Lance. The tattoo is just so bizarre. The Murder Hawk is quite the larger man now. Oh, 2008. Okay, so it's about to happen. Another year or two. The important thing, I was close. I was close. I said 2009, right? I'll always be in the neighborhood. I might not nail it exactly, but my memories these days, I'm so old now. I've watched so much damn wrestling over the years that I can usually be in the vicinity of what the right answer is. Where's my phone? There we go.
Right to the knee of Lance Hoyt. And you know that has to be a game plan and a strategy from Kevin Nash. Oh, now they're working together crazy. So Skelly put his foot down. Just fire it up and just throw it right to left everywhere he can.
Lance is hung up. Complete disregard for the rules. Nash is pretty funny. Nash is actually pretty funny. We're getting these little fade outs here. Nash bringing up the tattoo. I love that. I'm glad that Nash brought that up. Very normal to make music of your former boss. Yeah, I've released like 6, 7 albums on my former boss. How many albums have you released? Probably about the same, right? Most of us, I think, do that. Austin Aries is the most unlikable looking person I've ever seen. I know you're supposed to not judge a book by its cover, but his cover sucks. And what's inside sucks even worse. Alex Shelley, Freddie Prinze, maybe? Earl in TNA is just wild. I cannot believe how badly it ended for the Hebners in WWE after all those years. And that was a relationship that was never repaired, huh? They never kissed and made up. They never put those guys in the Hall of Fame or anything. Whatever sketchy shit they were doing with the t-shirts or whatever was enough to get them sent away for life. Got the boots up. Close fist. I love that throughout Killing's R-Truth's entire career, he always jingles. He always jingles in the ring because he wears that belt and shit. God, he was so athletic back then. And Truth is in his mid-30s here. Truth is 35 here. How crazy is that? Ooh, that was really nice. That stunner. Hopefully that's the end. Oh, man. Kind of hoping that was his finish. Austin Starr. I think Cody's neck tattoo was a better choice than Lance Archer's tramp stamp. Not Buffalo. Looks like they got held there. It's 4th and goal. They might have to settle for a field goal, which will put them up 8. Yikes. What do you do there? You got to go for it. You got to kick the field goal. You go for it, you could risk losing. At least if you can kick a field goal, you ensure that you can't lose in regulation. I would kick the field goal here. Oh, wow. Oh, frog splash on the leg. We still needed cameras like that back then to film shit. So Austin was so preoccupied with the camera. He told me to get the camera. Look at Nash with his gray hair and flannel and hat. It looks like he's about to go out and feed his cows. Come here, cows. Tina, come get some ham. Tina, you fat lard, come get some dinner. All right. Win for Killings and Hoyt. All right, Bill's score just... Did Bill's... Oh, yeah, they kicked the fielder.
After quitting the WWE a year ago to join the ranks of TNA Wrestling, Cage debuted at last year's Genesis pay-per-view event. In that time, he climbed his way to the World Heavyweight Championship, only to lose it in the King of the Mountain match at Slammiversary, knowing he was...
Hey, look, this is the Royal Rumble 2001 song. Isn't it? This is the Royal Rumble 2001 theme music, which means it must be public domain shit. Interesting. Or maybe it's just licensable music for cheap that WWE used that year. Did they just mention WWE when talking about Christian? Is that what you're talking about?
Now, both men are at a crossroads. This Sunday night at Genesis, two of professional wrestling's all-stars will meet for the first time. It's Christian Cage versus the phenomenal AJ Styles at Genesis.
Well, this should be a good one. These guys are kind of prime of their physical condition here. Backstage with Christian Cage.
Have you become so consumed with being the number one contender that you've made the mistake of overlooking AJ Styles tonight? I made a mistake. I don't make mistakes, Joey. Mistakes are for losers. You realize that Christian Cage is undefeated in TNA.
You'll never have to worry about me dressing the way Jeremy Borash dresses. I'm not going to be showing up on a stream wearing that.
I can't really fault JJ trying to get one up on me.
We got She's a Racist chants at Tessa. Way to go, fans. I wonder why they're chanting that. Oh, yeah, because she is one. That's right. I almost forgot.
Did you just roll your eyes at me?
She's a piece of shit. I hope everything just goes horribly for her.
And I'll wipe my... Fear not. I cracked him upside the head with a guitar. Or when I beat Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, you don't see me around, do you?
There was Jeff Jarrett on a little hiatus.
Where I crushed him inside of 6 sides of steel barbed wire cage match. Why? I am the biggest star in this industry, the biggest star in TNA.
So basically, so far, I think every match has had a still active wrestler in it. I mean, this was only 18 years ago, but that's still a lot of years. That's a full adult human. All right, 3 minutes left. Baltimore down 8 on their own 10. Good luck. Good luck moving the ball in the snow. Oh, they're throwing deep. Overthrown. 2nd and 10. This is his music.
He is an individual whose raw energy, raw athleticism epitomizes the No Limits X Division. But Don West, this is not about the X Division at all. This is
Oh my God.
this is about
I have got this burn on my arm that is scabbing up. It's time. It's driving me crazy. Battle scars, man. Restaurants. Fucking itches, but I can't scratch it because I'll scratch off the. So this is the same music from AEW. How does that work? Did Christian get his own music made? I was thinking his WWE and TNA and AEW themes were all different versions of a similar sounding song, is what I thought. But this is the exact same theme as his AEW theme. So I didn't know that. That's twice now. 2 matches in a row where somebody is using the same theme in another company. R-Truth with WWE and Christian using his AEW theme here. Crazy. Tessa picks up the W. All right, yeah, had a feeling. She has to win because she just came in and Grace is going out. It's usually what happens. Yeah, Barry, I did lose an Inferno match. And you know to who? Repo Man, of all people. He got me. There's no shame in going down to the Repo Man. He's a legend. I tried my best. Oh, is it, Nate Dogg? I didn't know it was a ripoff of Evanescence. Because I was thinking like Christian's WWE theme kind of had a similar type of tone to it. So I thought they were all just kind of knockoffs of each other. Third and 2. I'm about to say, they're moving the ball here. Yeah, they probably want to stop them. Game will be over. Yeah, I kind of thought Just Close Your Eyes was kind of just like the AEW one, but they all sound alike to me. But did they convert that there? Now, by the time we got to 2006, I was well aware of AJ Styles. I knew he existed. I knew of him. I remember him from WCW. So he I knew, and I knew he was great. But I don't even think I expected him to be pushed the way he was when he came into WWE 10 years later. Nice. Hmm.
Almost as if he said to himself, maybe I bit off a little more than I can chew here. Maybe I underestimated AJ Styles. Don't ever underestimate someone who 3 consecutive years was voted the TNA MVP by our fans at TNAWrestling.com. That's what AJ Styles is. In addition to the only competitor,
I feel like that chop Christian just threw caught AJ in the face. That was Santana and Josh Alexander in an I Quit match. That's actually probably going to be pretty good. Wow, that's cool, Juliet. PCO is apparently at the GCW event while Genesis is going on and destroy the TNA digital media title. That's interesting. I'd like to see PCO make a WWE appearance. If I can get Jacques Rougeau back in here too. Reform the Quebecers in 2025. Oh, how great that would be. I like how this one ref is allowed to ref in shorts and tennis shoes. Hmm. Christian gets out, retreats. I'm okay with like a senior referee, something about them that fans know and recognize. I'm okay with like that stuff. I always liked, that Earl kind of did some things that other refs didn't do. I like red shoes, shit like that. I'm fine with. I mean, Nick Patrick was very recognizable. Mark Hildebrand, or Brian Hildebrand, excuse me. Mark Curtis, Brian Hildebrand. Aubrey's got a style to her. Yeah, Earl had the classic slow, dramatic 3 count. I mean, WWE like to have those finishes, but Earl a couple times there was real dramatic with it. As the Ravens are driving, it's 1st and 10. They are on the Buffalo 24-ish. And holy shit. What? 64-yard drive here in 1:45 with 1:45 left. Interesting. Let's see if they toss it in here. He's going for a pass. Fucking throw it there. What's your name? Jackson? Nope. Oh, he caught it. Holy crap. Baltimore just scored, but they're going to need 2. They need 2. Wow. So if they miss this 2-point conversion, then That's why Buffalo did the right thing going for that field goal. Not going for it. So at least they can only tie here at best. Let's see if they get it. Oh, it must already be happening. 27-27? I must be behind. I'm about to watch the play happen, and you guys are already seeing the result. So Ravens get it? They're still lining up for the snap here on my TV. All right, now he is... Ball is snapped. Looks like he's going to throw. Throws it into the white boy. He dropped it. Looked like he dropped it to me. He dropped it. It did not look like he held that. That ball went flying. There, he's got it. Oh, that sucks. Why did you guys think it was 27-27? As soon as I saw that, I saw the ball go flying out. I'm like, he didn't catch that. Oh, that sucks. Oh. Dropped. Y'all jumped the gun on that. You guys kind of ruined it. I was kind of thinking he tied it up and we were going to get some overtime action or something, but still a minute and a half left. Oh, that sucks for Baltimore, man. They still have a chance. Onside-er. Field goal range. All right, back to Christian and AJ, who are still battling it out.
And you also sense, I think, the level of confidence rising in Christian Cage when he saw that AJ hurt his knee on the runway, that takes away so much of the phenomenal AJ Styles offense. Here comes hard head as AJ ready again.
It's weird not seeing Christian in a turtleneck. Good backbreaker by AJ there. The new AEW intro, you mean I'm so excited? That one? Or is there another one I'm unaware of? I've seen that one. I've seen the new Dynamite intro. Wow, they're going up for a superplex. Wow, big head scissors. Or Hurricane Rana. What year did Elix Skipper walk the cage? I feel like that had been a couple years before this, right? Hmm. Oh, wow. What a drop kick. God, AJ's so stupidly good. And honestly, you know, back in these days, this was the best place for people like AJ. You know, I don't know if 2006 AJ would have been pushed the same as 2016 AJ, you know? It was different times. And I think the work rate type of guys were probably better off here in Ring of Honor for the most part. Oh. That was incredible. Kick out by Christian. I wonder if TNA would hit me with a copyright strike. I mean, we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube. This pay-per-view is on YouTube. Why can't I just put it right here in the, in the corner? What's the difference? I don't think I'm allowed to do that, but it would be nice if I could just play it right here for you guys and we could all have it on one link, but I still think this is the safer way. Maybe I can call Anthem. Hey, is it cool if I just play your shit on my screen? Does it really matter? Y'all, I can breathe out of both my nostrils for the first time in like 7 days. It's been awesome. 8 days, something like that. Kill switch unprettier. Pele. I thought the side of AJ's trunk said oatmeal. It says phenomenal. I'm like, what does it say? Oatmeal? Phenomenal. That makes more sense. Oatmeal AJ Styles. I don't know. It doesn't have the same ring to it. I like phenomenal. It's like, what the fuck does oatmeal mean? Oh, power bomb. And game is over. Buffalo has won it. I missed all that. If they tried an onside kick, I didn't see it. One of my buddies is a big Bills fan. He's from Buffalo, and I'll probably be at his house next week for these games. I'll text him real quick and say, you lucky motherfuckers. Tug of war. I feel like something with Daniels out there trying to repay the favor. Oh, it's going to backfire. Yeah, and Cage got him. Christian pinned AJ. Daniels came out. You fucked up, Daniels. It's probably because your shorts pulled up too high. Buffalo Bills are Canada's team. Y'all can have them. I'm cool with tossing Canada an NFL team for sure. Why isn't there one yet already? Why isn't there a Canadian NFL team? How come there's not like the Toronto Crushers or something? Yeah, y'all can have Buffalo. I'm fine with that. We won't even charge you a tariff or nothing. You can just have them. Big arguing here going on between Daniels. It was just an accident, man. Rhino. He's got the mic. Get out, Sonjay, and what's your tits?
You know what? I normally don't stick my nose in other people's business, but I was in the back, and what I seen on that TV made me sick.
Well, Rhino was a part of the at least one night stand, right?
Last Thursday, we almost killed each other in the 6-side steel with barbed wire wrapped around the
6 sides of steel with the barbed wire. Jesus.
And it all started out just like this. And as a veteran, I'm not going to let the same thing happen to you or you.
You're a veteran. You're fucking been in a business 7 years. When did Rhino come in? 99? AJ, that's not Dr. Phil. That's Rhino. Dr. Phil doesn't have hair, and he's also a hillbilly moron. Rhino is neither. How can you get Rhino confused with Dr. Phil? That's so crazy. How dumb is AJ? The gay community. I don't have the guts to get the spider web tattoo on my elbow. Look at Gail Kim. They're gonna burn the American flag. Oh no. We must stop them. I mean, go ahead, burn it. I don't give a shit.
Let's take this story back to the beginning, JB. Let's take it all the way back to the day you laid the three of us out and you draped the Mexican flag over top of us.
Oh no, they draped a Mexican flag over you.
Gail Kim a border toss halfway across the country. Well, take a good look, boys, because this is one tough.
Oh, that border toss clip I think has been floating around social media lately. I saw that. They did throw Gail Kim up to the moon and back.
Border toss storm into a stone wall, shatter my wrist with a guardrail. The boys, take a look right here, because the Cowboys still ride and the Southpaw will still fly.
That's a good promo. This guy seems like a real wild cat.
Conan, you not only want to cross the border, you want to cross the ultimate line. Stand in our country and say you were going to burn the American flag.
God damn. Come in our country. Oh my God. The people who think that way. Why don't you come into our country?
Tonight, there's a lot more than titles on the line. There is a whole lot of pride. Right here.
We flunked U.S. history in school. Don't know jack shit about it, but boy, we defend it. We defend it hard, hard, hard.
You know, it's very funny because you guys come out here and you talk about the First Amendment. Well, the First Amendment protects you from the government. It don't protect you from us. You get close enough.
It's Walker. It's Braden Walker. It's who? Gail Kim, you are hot. I just want you to know that. I'm surprised a gimmick like that. Are these guys MAGA or something? These two fuck. I want you guys to lose. I hope LAX beats the shit out of you both. And fuck takes you down, drags your asses down to Tijuana, and puts you in a horse show, only you're the girl. That's what I hope happens. Ryan Adams, thanks for the $10. So GCW is also running a show tonight. Yeah, Juliet just told us this, which PCO, who is a TNA digital champion, who isn't signed to TNA at the moment, destroyed the belt and cut a rant on TNA, which GCW cut off. That's a work. That's a work. PCO, come on. Fucking Pierre's been in the business. Oh, here's the border toss. Oh my God, that's so fucking crazy. That's been on Twitter all week. Man, PCO's been in a business since Roosevelt was president. He's not gonna self-destruct over some petty issue. You know, that's a work. Total work. That's my gut wrestling fan instinct. Tomorrow, the websites report that it is all a complete legit shoot. And TNA is furious with him, and they've severed all ties, and it's totally not a work, then okay, fine. Okay. Yeah, 2006, I mean, just, this is such an 80s angle here. We're gonna burn your flag. No, you're not. Fucking burn it. You can pick them up at any damn store for $11 and get any American flag. Just buy a new one. Somebody burns yours, go buy a new flag. Hang it high and proud. It's fucking cloth. What's the goddamn difference? Just go buy a new piece of cloth. When we got ourselves so uppity and enraged over a goddamn piece of cloth, that's when we elect idiots as president. None of that shit should matter to anyone. I don't want you burning something that I only have one of. Like when my dad, who fought in Vietnam, he passed away. I have his flag that I was given. I don't want someone burning that flag, but just any old USA flag. Fucking burn it. Burn it up. It's crazy that we didn't get James Storm in WWE. That's who AJ Styles' theme music was meant for, right? You don't want none. You don't want none. It was for him. But then he never came in. AJ did. It fit. Because AJ's also country as all fuck. So it was perfect. Gail Kim. I don't want to say I wasn't familiar with your game because I was, but I'm just repeating Gail Kim. I live so close to Mexico, I'm 11% Mexican, so I'm rooting for these guys. Yeah, James Storm briefly came in NXT and just never panned out. It never stuck around for whatever reason. I don't remember the reason. Oh, he didn't like it. Maybe that's what it was. I mean, if you're going to have a cup of coffee anywhere, WWE catering probably can't be too bad. It's probably decent coffee there. I mean, maybe I'm just heartless and soulless, but like I don't tear up during the national anthem. I think it's silly that we have a theme song. I think the whole concept is silly. So like I can't get emotional. And the Rockets, fuck off. I think national, like over the top national pride. You can be proud to be an American, as I am, but like really over the top, like national pride. It's just weird to me. It's always been weird. Never understood it. I love that they're just attacking during Conan's Olale. Like, yeah, fuck it. AMW attacks. Here we go. Hernandez follows me and occasionally and will frequently like my tweets and stuff. Never talk to him, though. I get a lot of love from the Bollywood boys, too, lately. I don't know why they like me. God, Hernandez is a big boy, too, isn't he? He's like a Cain Velasquez, but with muscles. Cain Velasquez has probably one of the worst, like, upper bodies I've ever seen. With little short arms. I'm like, how the hell did he kick Brock Lesnar's ass? He's shaped like an alien that moves in with a family in some funny PG-rated movie. Who wouldn't like me, Greg? Well, MAGA people for starters. Not really a huge fan of them. But that's okay. I don't really want to be their friend. Well, Luthez Press there from fucking Braden Walker. He should have gotten a tag team partner, Texas Ranger. Yes, we did hear that, Killicam, that Tessa did win. I'm expecting, without even me even watching TNA, I just assume that Joe Hendry is going to have to win the title tonight because I think he came up short in his last attempt, which a lot of fans were complaining about because they feel like when somebody gets over, you should pull the trigger. I believe that I agree and disagree with that kind of at the same time. I agree with it sometimes, but not all the time. But I feel like they'll probably belt up Hendry. Oh yeah, that's true. Ryan Adams 363 because our teams play twice because we occupy the same division. I think we had a better year than you this year, but y'all might have made it further. If you would have beat us, you might have fucking beat the shit out of Commanders. So. But next year, I've already vowed not to care next year. I don't give a shit if the Lions are undefeated. To me, nothing is going to matter until they are physically in the Super Bowl. Like they are one of the two teams in there. Then I will throw on my Lions jersey and I will cheer like hell. But I'm not going to get emotionally invested next year. Because now it's just like it's Super Bowl or bust. Like, I don't care if you're 14-2 or 15-1 or 16-0. I don't care. You need to be hoisting that trophy. That's what matters. And the Lions went undefeated on the road, did they not? And all three of the games they lost were at home, including one playoff game. That's crazy. So I'm done. I'm done with them. Undefeated on the road and then bounced in the playoffs to an inferior team. Story of Detroit's life. Josh Alexander is going wherever Scott D'Amore is. Well, I hope Scott D'Amore goes to AEW. I think they could use him. Everybody likes him. He's well respected. And maybe, perhaps, it's not like AEW doesn't have any smart people back there. They have a shitload. Its problem is utilizing them the proper way. And if Scott D'Amore can help add a little bit of organization to what seems to be a clusterfuck up the ass creative situation in that company, then all the better. So I think they should bring him in, and hopefully he can help. I mean, who's the baby faces here? I mean, they border tossed the hell out of poor Gail Kim. I guess AMW's the baby faces because they're the Americans. But damn. Drought will be 70 years. It's probably going to go to 100. I have no faith. Nice. Tornado DDT by Homicide. What is going on? What are you guys doing? It's all terrible. Conan's up there too. Wow. Wow. Oh, big splash. Oh. Here comes Storm. Heart attack? Yes. The crowd didn't pop at all for the heart attack. What the fuck's wrong with them? And these fans try to pretend they were the most knowledgeable wrestling fans. My ass, you were. If you were, you would have popped for the heart attack. Ooh, kick to the face. Conan has spent nearly the whole match there. Like on the steps or whatever that is down over there. Gail Kim, that color works on you. All right, now they're going for this guillotine leg drop type of thing. Oh, Conan's up there. Sweet. Hell yeah. The blue torch. LAX. The militant thugs. Y'all still got time? You could burn the flag if you want. Just pull one out. Get the blowtorch. Remember when Jericho got in trouble for like kicking around the Brazilian flag and stuff? I'm like, why are countries so fucking sensitive about the fucking flag? It's a goddamn inanimate object. It's what it represents. God, we have to stop taking shit so dramatically. We shouldn't worship symbols and shit, you know? Like, oh, now they're throwing around. Oh no, are they going to border toss her again in this outfit? Border toss. That's a hilarious name. Oh, they're going to do it again. Oh no, the Gringo Killer, that's what it's called. Petey. Don West. You're ridiculous. Oh, that was shitty. That whole deal was shitty. Gringo Killer. Oh, look at Jim Cornette. Yeah, climb in the ring there, Jim. Fucking Wendy's, giant Wendy's cheeseburger. This gringo white boy.
Perceive that you experience, or whether of this whole thing is just a stinking twisted publicity stunt that's going too far. But you have come out here more than once and said you were going to desecrate the American
Desecrate the American flag. Oh no!
something to tell you.
The horror.
Management, they didn't like that. But you know what? You know what's more important than management? These fans, the TNA fans, they didn't like it.
I didn't care. Does that count?
You know who else didn't like it? The veterans who have put their lives on the line to defend that. You know who else? You know who
Jim Cornette Hall of Fame? You mean a Hall of Fame named after Jim Cornette?
who have had
Sure.
loved ones pay the ultimate price to defend your right to say what you want to say.
I think the first inductee needs to be that girl from the Dairy Queen drive-thru. Needs to be number one. She needs to be there, Andre, in the Jim Cornette Hall of Fame.
You're not fit to represent TNA as tag team champions.
Is he going to strip him of the titles? You're not fit to represent?
And as of right here, right now, you are stripped of the NWA World
Cornette stripped them of the titles because they threatened to burn the flag.
No. And one more thing. One more thing. You see those belts that symbolize the championship? You got until this Thursday night on Impact to hand me those belts.
Oh, they're allowing him to do it on Impact on Thursday? This sounds like a stupid angle.
You got till this Thursday night to hand me those belts. If you don't
Like, the matches have been good, and I think we're going to see some crazy shit later. But I'm not really seeing what makes this better than WWE in 06. WWE in 06 was trash, but it had its moments, and this doesn't really feel like better quality pro wrestling to me. But what's important is that it offers something different than what WWE was offering, and they do that. They got different talent, they got a different looking ring, they got a different setup. They have recognizable personalities in there, along with, a new crop of talent, focusing on athleticism, things like that. And that is what set them apart and what made them a good alternative.
American Exchange, and I love it. Cornette's about law and order. The deadline this Thursday on Impact. They stripped them of the title. They got to hand over the belt. You know, sometimes there's only
But I've always believed that's all anybody's ever going to be. TNA, Ring of Honor, AEW. They can be the number two, but I don't think anybody's ever going to reach higher than number two. I don't think WWE can be knocked off the throne, even back in these days. Just wasn't possible,
Sting, you claim to be a warrior of the light and a decimator of the darkness. Well, I'm curious, Sting, why are you so afraid of the dark? After all, by your own admission, when you were at your most
Stacy was on Dancing with the Stars, and I kind of forgot I never watched Dancing with the Stars. I wasn't aware of any of the winners. Like, when did it start? Like, who won the first one?
sin, the vice, the corruption of the world.
I don't think I ever watched it.
Now, what changed, Sting? Do you think that just went away? Do you think you just said your prayers and it disappeared? Of course not. It's still in there. And that's what you can't stand. That's why you're afraid when you look at my monster abyss. That's why you know that you'll lose the World Heavyweight Championship to him. Because you know that looking into abyss, you see your own inner darkness reflected back at you. And abyss is going to open dark corridors in your mind. My monster abyss is going to teach you to dig into the reptilian part of your brain.
This is great.
You'll question everything you believe in. He'll take you down the highway.
The Sinister Minister.
Go willingly. But in your defeat will come knowledge. Will come a sort of freedom. See, you'll be thankful, and you won't thank your creator.
Oh, Kelly Monaco. Yeah, I know her. We have something in our office signed by her. She was in the restaurant. And
Man who beat you into a state of enlightenment.
knew my boss or something. We have something with her signature and a picture in there.
NWA.
Oh, huh. That must have been 20 years ago then. Cool. Abyss. He was great. I always thought he was kind of like a morph between Mankind and Kane. And I don't think he was any more of a ripoff of those guys than Demolition was of LOD. And I look at Abyss in the same way I look at Demolition. They're awesome, you know?
His face unknown, but his despicable nature is renowned and feared by all that face him. While no one can say what traumatic life event transformed him into the maniacal killing machine he is today, one thing is clear. His personal pain becomes his opponent's living.
And he's doing a great job in WWE as a producer. Zane, you still in the chat? Remember, or you might have been outside, but when we were at the at WrestleMania in the bar there, and when I came back in, I might have been out talking to you. And when I came back in, I was somehow let back in, but Abyss wasn't. And he was arguing with the guy at the door. He goes, I just came outside to go to get something or whatever. And you're like, we're sorry, we can't let you in. And I'm watching him argue with being allowed back in while I slip right past him and go in. And I wanted to turn around. I'm like, no, works for WWE, asshole. Let him in. And so it was weird. Like they were doing something where they weren't letting you back in or something. So he got caught out there. I don't even know if he ever got in. But I walked right by the whole thing going on, and I think I slipped under the radar because they didn't see me. And I slid right back in.
Has a new mission to decimate the darkness and become a warrior of light. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in the highest.
A spiritual wickedness. I mean, Sting was still young enough to wrestle back in these days. I mean, Jesus, he was still wrestling with his shirt off and shit, you know? Interesting. I'm excited to see Sting, 2006 Sting, because I never really watched him much after he left WCW. Tail of the tape. I do like how Sting morphed his Surfer Sting look with the Crow look. I did like that because he never did that in WCW. He didn't put the two together. He was red for a while with the Wolfpack, but for the most part, he just stayed that black and white bullshit. All right, I'm gonna grab another 805. WWE Vault uploaded a show called Invasion 92, had Flair and Brett match on it. Invasion 92, Brett and Flair on the cover. It's sealed, and it has a nifty little Coliseum video. Something. I'm not sure what that is. It comes with a little toy. It's maybe a magnet? I can't even tell. It looks like a USB drive, but they didn't exist back then. I don't know what this thing is. Or a keychain. Could be a keychain. Anyway, yeah. Bret Hart. Hulk Hogan versus Typhoon. Legion Doom, Beverly Brothers, Hacksaw versus Macho. And a tag team of Jake the Snake Roberts and The Undertaker. Okay. Interesting. I've never even opened this or looked at it. But I'm about to start a short series called Greg's Coliseum Video Reviews, where we're going to talk about this type of stuff. So stay tuned. All right, here comes Sting. What weird music he has. And look at him wearing that NWA title. Oh my God, that looks awesome. Because when Sting won the title, they had already switched to the big gold, I believe, right? When he won his first. I don't believe it was that belt. It was the biggie. So it's the first time I seen Sting wearing that thing. That's kind of cool. Sting also, by this point in 2006, correct me if I'm wrong, was fully reformed in terms of, you know, his demons and shit like that. You know, he found Jesus, you know, he found him. He was behind the couch or somewhere, but he found him. And so that's good that Sting has got his act together here. Crazy that Sting would go on to wrestle for another 17 years after this. That's just insanity. So I'm curious, Barry and a couple of others have mentioned that something crazy happens in this match. I don't know if it's thumbtack related or just something gnarly, but I kind of wasn't paying it. I didn't catch Sting's song. It didn't sound great to me, but maybe I wasn't paying enough attention to it. I should have listened better. I'm sorry. I didn't. Abyss's song I love, but Sting's song, it wasn't sticking out to me as something that sounded good, so I was not paying much attention. But maybe I didn't give it enough of a chance. Don't spoil the finish, Ben Espinoza. I've never seen this show before. You done ruined the fucking ending of this. Somebody block Ben. No, don't block Ben. It's cool. Hardy's won? Okay, that's not too surprising. Yeah, Seek and Destroy is pretty awesome. Okay, Barry, I'm going to have to look this up then, if this is your favorite ever Sting song. Because Seek and Destroy is pretty badass. Jesus. Yeah, I only met Kevin Nash once. He was a little grumpy. Rodrigo. But in his defense, he had a lot going on. I might have met him more than once, but once that I can think of. All right, they are heading back to the ring now after brawling into the crowd. It would have been cool if, like, Abyss came into WWE. He was having some crazy matches. But he was a perfect Kane or Mankind version for them, you know? Like, if every company needs a Kane, he's, like, perfect. AEW needs a Kane. I guess maybe that might be Luchasaurus, but I think they need a better Kane. Abyss was rumored to be an opponent for Taker at WrestleMania 27. I might vaguely remember that. That would probably be pretty cool, but He'd just lose to him, so. Stinger splash in the corner of the six-sided ring. Oh, knotting up the hammies. Down goes Abyss. I like their overhead cams. I do like they kind of have moving camera shots. Their camera angles and stuff are different. I like anything that's different. I think the six-sided ring is weird, but it's different, so it's also good. I can't decide. But I think really that's what's important. I think when I started making YouTube videos, my biggest issue with TNA that I mentioned several times was that they got away from this type of stuff. And they started becoming, they turned into WWE Light or just a version of them. Same shit WWE did, same type of stuff, same type of stars, everything like that. And I think one of the things that made them so attractive during these days is you were getting match quality and things you just wouldn't see on the modern WWE product. And so I can appreciate them for that. I joke about the Impact Zone and how I'm not a fan of it, but it's smart to have a one place to do all your tapings. Smart for business, cost effective, that type of stuff, so I get it. I never had an issue with AEW in these days. My issue came when Hogan joined. That's when I was like, okay, what are we doing here? Scorpion. Sting. Oh my God, I love Sting so much, but his Scorpion Deathlock sucks. God, man, like, there's no comparison between the Sharpshooter and the Scorpion Deathlock. It's the same move, but Brett applies it 20 trillion times better than Sting. He doesn't lean back. He doesn't cinch up. No, he's not going to win like that. I mean, he doesn't do anything. He just stands there. He just looks like he's standing there holding your legs, not applying a submission move. It's annoying. Oh, Ryan Adams, thank you for that. TNA Rebellion, April 27th in LA. Imagine me not going to WrestleMania and then going to TNA Rebellion instead. That would be wild. I mean, maybe I could drive up on my own and just go on my own, leave Elizabeth here. We could do a little meetup or something. Might be fun. That was a Scorpion Death Drop. And slop drop. James Mitchell pulling the referee out. Pulling little Jeremy Giambi out. No. Ugh. The shirtless thumbtack bumps are always just the gnarliest. And he's laying there. He's not moving at all. He's just... Wow, Sting just no-sells tacks. I mean, a lot of them... Are they gimmick tacks? Not too many of them are sticking in them, but a few of them are. Ooh, yeah, they're sticking in them all right. Jesus. Oh, they're real. God, I would want to shake them off or something. Oh, and Abyss eats a drop toe hold into the tacks. Oh, my God. And now we got the Death Scorpion Deathlock coming on again. Apply it better, please. Oh, Abyss is tapping. Give James Mitchell a thumbtack bump. The fans aren't really, like, cheering or anything, you know? Like, they're just standing all out there. He's conflicted. God, Sting with all that tax in him. God. That is rough. Oh, God. Sting. So this is the thing that repels Sting from the ceiling? Oh, he's going to tie. Oh, is he going to try to do what Randy Savage attempted to do to Crush at WrestleMania 10? They taped Impact before this? No wonder. What the hell is this about? You can't do this. So this is the WrestleMania 10 finish. Look at that. What is that welt or boil on the side of Abyss's back? You see that thing? Jesus, what is that? He had a baseball growing out of the side of him. Ew. You might want to get that checked. What is Sting doing? What is he trying to do? Is he trying to attach it to the ring post? To hang him there? I feel like something's not working right. No, maybe. Oh. Oh, pinata. He can just pinata his ass. It'd be funny if, like, Starburst started flying out of him. Oh! Oh, that's just... Oh, he's trying to pull his shirt up so you don't see his man titties. It's okay. Some people have them. It's all good. All right, so now Sting's going to go through the trouble of unhooking. Look at the tacks in Sting's back. Jesus Christ. I would not be able to allow those things to stick in my back like that.
you see, senior official referee Rudy Charles following up as well. He warned him repeatedly to get it back towards the ring. And look at this. He's sitting right there and he's telling him.
Oh, choke slam through this barbed wire bullshit. Oh, he knocked out the referee. That must be where he gets DQ'd. And Abyss goes through the barbed wire. Referee called for the bell. Sting's going to be DQ'd with thumbtacks in his back. He's going to lose the TNA title. Fucking A, Rudy Charles. Rosemary got stapled in the armpit. Yikes. Zane, I got to figure out Revolution. I'll start looking at tickets. The problem is the Go Home Dynamite is here. And I want to maybe like pony up and get some ringside seats for that and have a good time. So I'm going to see. Maybe I can do both. Or maybe I won't go to this one. I'll go to that one. I got to figure that out. I got to talk to Elizabeth.
Everything that Mitchell talked about, taking Sting on the highway to hell, it's exactly what we've seen unfold. They're saying that it's already been disqualified. You can see the look like the Rudy Charles called for the bell.
I didn't catch that they had a stip that you drop the title if you're DQ'd.
What's it going to be, Rudy?
What's it going to be, Rudy? Is that David Penzer?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Rudy Charles has no choice but to disqualify Sting. Therefore, the winner of the match and new NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Is that Penzer? I didn't recognize his voice in all the other introductions. And Abyss is the new NWA champion because Sting done beat up a referee. It's kind of your own fault there, Borden. I don't know how I didn't recognize Penze's voice there earlier. I didn't even know he was in TNA. Hilarious. I was like, I feel like Mitchell is mic'd. He might be. Oh, that's cool. Amazing Red into the Indie Hall of Fame. Cool. Kurt Angle. What a get.
Very rarely is a man given a chance in life to redefine the sport that has defined him.
I'm pretty sure that on the Monday Night Wars DVD, the load screen, the production music they just used at the beginning of that package is the same one.
Samoa Joe, filled with rage, knew that retribution must be paid in full. October 22nd, Bound for Glory, career versus title. The stakes could not have been
Jarrett.
higher for the legend known as Sting and the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Jarrett.
Oh yeah, they brought Angle in as an enforcer first, just like everybody, just like Brett.
Samoa Joe will rush the ring with revenge on his mind and hate in his heart.
That first meeting between the two, I did see that when Angle like headbutted him. That was so crazy to me. I'm like, damn.
On October 26th, the dream match of the decade.
I was blown away that Angle left WWE. I was so surprised. He was only there 7 years.
undefeated Samoan submission machine Samoa Joe versus the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Everybody wants to know what I think of Kurt Angle. Kurt?
Did Joe ever get a win over Angle? I know the outcome of this one. Does Joe ever get a win over him, or does Angle just dominate the whole time he's there? Does anybody who puts down Angle clean in TNA? Like, how many guys?
First, you make claims out of being the best in the world. You know that's not true yet. You know that's not true. You haven't beat the best in the world. You haven't beat me yet. Right? Going into this match, I have a lot to do. I have a lot to lose. I have a reputation. He thinks my blood.
That fucking headbutt is just crazy. Ugh. Don't headbutt me, bro.
But unless he beats Kurt Angle, he can never be in the top ranks of professional wrestling. For everything that you accomplished, for everything that you are.
Thank you for that, Ryan Adams. That is kind of what we already knew, I feel like. Reporting Grace is WWE bound. She absolutely is, because we knew WWE wanted her and her contract is coming up. Put 2 and 1 + 1 = 2. So that is not surprising. Alexander is also a free agent in mid-February. So maybe he heads to TNA with Diamore.
I want Samoa Joe to remember this match the rest of his career, not the rest of his life. I am Samoa Joe. I am undefeated in TNA wrestling. Kurt, you will be great.
Okay, Joe wins at Lockdown against Angle. Okay, and Angle lost to Jay Lethal. Joe beats Angle for the title at Lockdown. Oh, wait, good. Good. Thank you for that info. That's stuff I like to know, because I don't know anything about TNA history. He's always had a song that sounded like this, hasn't he?
Nearly a year and a half, Samoa Joe has been dominant in TNA. He's never been pinned. He's never submitted.
That's cool that he's undefeated by this point, at least in TNA.
List of competitors in TNA. But now it's time to see what happens when Samoa Joe goes one-on-one with Kurt Angle.
Dream match of the decade. Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle is great, but I always considered Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels a way bigger dream match than Joe and Angle. But their rivalry apparently was good in TNA. And here comes what kind of music? He doesn't have that music. Mike Tenay calling a Kurt Angle match is kind of cool. That's cool. Oh, Borash is doing it? Not, it's JB, not DP. Well, Earl's reffed a few Angle matches. Why is Borash doing this? This isn't dramatic. It's kind of funny that Roman Reigns is actually the real Samoa Joe. Not sure how I feel about wrestling with Benoit balls around your neck, but you do you, Joe. Oh, Borash also always does this? He sucks. Just keep Penzer.
Quite simply, the most anticipated match in the near 5-year history of TNA.
Here we go.
And we are underway. Here we go. It's Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. Two guys that make a living out of making people tap out. Two guys that it's not about the pin, it's about putting your will over the other opponent, making your opponent basically admit he can't go any farther. That's what these guys do, and they do it because of the best at it. We'll be listening to the dream match that you and I started and Steve Samoa Joe. Every year we talk about this match, never seen anything happen. Never, because of political reasons, obviously. We had dreamed about it. We never thought we would see it.
Is Kurt Angle okay with all that Perk Angle shit? Is it not weird that we like glorify that like really, really bad time in his life? But if he's got that nickname that's everywhere. And like, are we like, do we call Jake Alcoholic Jake? You know, like, is that what we're doing? Angle already has lost his bandage on his head. Oof.
We talked about it on Impact. We analyzed this matchup. Yes, Kurt Angle, the superior pure wrestler. But when it comes to the striking abilities, you've got to give the edge to Samoa Joe. But now Angle tries to fight back. Series of kicks. Look at the strength right there of Kurt Angle. That was close to 300 pounds. And after the snake
Over the top goes Joe. Oh, Cora Jade showed up in TNA. All right, thanks for the update. I don't totally know why, but I don't care much for her. I don't know why, though. I think I saw her being kind of like an asshole on Twitter once, and that was enough for me. I wonder if the WWE people that are showing up in TNA are walking around that locker room like their shit don't stink. Well, the way we do things in WWE, you know, that type of shit, you know, like, I hope none of that's going on. I'd fucking choke a bitch. I hope everybody's professional. Don't act like you're superior if you're sent down there to do anything. Yeah, AJ, I would assume that Kurt might not like that, you know? I was like, I'm trying to move away from that. I'm trying to move on with my life. Trying to put that shit behind me. Oh, dive by Joe. And that's not doing me any favors. Y'all and your silly nicknames. I think people should have some sympathy for that. Joe getting right in the face of Earl. I've never seen Earl and Joe in the same place before. I have now. Jake the Snake Daniels was the worst wrestling of his career. Jake could work. Doesn't make the nick. None of that, Ruben, makes the nickname okay. Oh, man. Look at Angle. Damn, he is pouring blood. He had all the time in the world to gig himself out there. He's laying outside there for 20 minutes. Kurt Angle doesn't look right. He does not look right. Yeah, Angle, I believe in these days probably did not work high, but he was probably looking towards the reward of after the match when I got a handful of pills I can eat, and that'll give me all the strength I need to get through the match, is knowing I have that waiting for me, is probably how his mentality was. I do like the story of Angle bleeding this time, after he busted Joe open in that initial confrontation. Oh, rubbing the blood on his face. Oh, my God. I love just watching just a young Joe with a career ahead of him. It would take him, what, another 9 years to get to WWE? When did he come in? Like 2014-ish? 15, maybe? And then he got fired and came back in? Or released, I should say. And then released again. Yeah, Angle didn't bleed a lot in WWE. He bled a little. But he had a few matches there. That Austin match. Well, that was Austin that was bleeding. Oof. But he wasn't a crazy bleeder. God, the blood dripping on the back of Joe is so gnarly. Damn, Angle is bleeding. Oof. Joe. The Joe punches. I know the Joe punches. Oh, nobody home. Big German. God, he's going to hang on and take him for a few. Oh, he was gonna try to flip him. I don't know if that. Oh, nice Angle slam counter by Joe. Grab that towel, wipe that blood off your face, Angle. Oh. Big jumping kick by Joe, whoever, with Angle's already standing on the bottom rope. He still made it up to his face. He's going muscle buster, isn't he? Oh, God, ouch. Joe had a couple of squash matches on Velocity. He did? That would have been way before. That would have been before this. When was Velocity? That's crazy. So we got Joe and the Nickster heading up next. Let me know if Henry wins the title. I think he will. No, Joe kicks out of the Olympic Slam. Ankle lock in the middle of the six-sider there. How come nobody ever grabs a turnbuckle in a submission? How come you always have to grab a rope? How come nobody's been in the ankle lock near a turnbuckle and you just grab a hold of the turnbuckle pad and the referee breaks the hold? We've never seen that. Never seen anybody do it. Statistically, eventually, you're going to be put in a submission hold near a turnbuckle pad. Oh, and Joe's got the clutch. I mean, Angle's nowhere near the ropes. I don't know how he fights out of this, unless he just hulks out. He's trying to untie himself. Oh, he went for the ankle. Excuse me. How smart. Oh, God, he's really... Joe, you're right there by the ropes, bro. Joe had the coquina clutch on Angle. Angle grabbed a hold of the foot that he'd already had the ankle lock on. Joe immediately releases the hold, allowing Angle to roll into the ankle lock. There, Joe's going to counter it. Angle eats a buckle. Angle slam after the shoulder to the ring post. Oh, he's going to put his straps on to take him down. This Joe, oh, he's going to wrap his leg. What's the time here? This might be the finish. Only 4 minutes left in the show. Or no, there's 7 minutes left. He might get there. He might get there. There's still time. Oh, he taps. Never mind. It's over. Year and a half undefeated streak comes to an end at the hands of defecting from WWE Kurt Angle. First match in TNA, beats Samoa Joe. Really good match. Angle bloody as all hell. Now they're happy. Wonder what Angle was getting paid back in these days. Did he take more money to go there or less? I remember seeing it on WWE.com when he left. Like logging onto the internet and seeing Angle released by WWE or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh, does Joe want to do a little show of respect?
Because I know what I can recognize from somebody on one day is a better man. He's admitting that Angle was the
God, Angle is.
Apologize for the language of Samoa Joe, but obviously
Shush.
it's an intense situation.
But damn it, Angle. If you're half the man I think you are, you'll give me a rematch.
Oh, listen, he's asking for it. You can hear the crowd. The ball's in your court, Kurt Angle. He's got the hand up. Kurt Angle, do it.
And it would take until lockdown 08 for Joe to get a win over Angle?
What's it gonna be, Kurt? Does Kurt Angle need to do this? What does he have to prove? He's already beaten here. And Kurt Angle, no, he won't do it.
Oh, Angle didn't even shake his hand. What a piece of shit.
He did not shake the hand of Samoa Joe. Angle walked away. But we finally see the year-and-a-half undefeated streak of Samoa Joe ended by Kurt Angle. He refused to shake
Well, Angle's coming in. Of course he's going to win.
Samoa Joe's face. You can
I mean, that's a huge get for them. He immediately becomes their number one.
I beat you. I don't need to give you a rematch. What an incredible battle it was. Kurt Angle fighting through the problems with his vision, the blood flowing into his eyes.
And then he celebrated and told Joe to F off. Funny.
To the point where
So this was a heel turn by Angle? Okay, that's what we just saw? Okay.
his leg and his ankle, he finally couldn't do it.
Well, enjoy the rest of current Genesis. I'll be monitoring the results of that to see if Joe Hendry winds up taking that title. There's probably a few minutes left in that show. Oh, Joe's back on the mic.
I guess we gotta do this the hard way.
What?
Oh, Joe says we have to do it the hard way, which means Joe might be coming after him.
Limping out of this here.
Good job, Joe.
Do it the hard way. The crowd getting behind it, yelling, go, go, here in this situation.
Well, not a bad pay-per-view, you know? TNA, I'll give them credit. They bring something different to the table. I'm not sure how appealing their product is to me as a wrestling fan, but I can certainly appreciate for the talent that they had there at the time, for the cult following of fans that they had, for the quality matches that we were getting from a lot of, young stars that are current big stars in the business today. I like that. And if we want to watch another one here or there, I'd be totally into it. I got no issues with TNA. No hate in my heart whatsoever for them. I never really watched them, but they're worth giving a look here and there. So maybe we will watch another one day, but we're probably going to be moving on to some WrestleMania-related stuff and that sort of thing here. So I don't know when we'll get to another one again, but maybe, maybe in February, because February doesn't have much going on. So right on. And Abyss was now a world champion for the first time in his life. Very cool. Right on, guys. Well, thanks for watching a different one with us this week. I like that we decided to go in a different direction and watch TNA. I'll let you guys know what my plans are for next Sunday. Probably won't be here, but I'll make up for it in some other way because I'm not going to be here for Saturday night's main event either. So I'm going to work on that tonight, figure out what the schedule is going to be, and let you guys know. Also, tomorrow night is the national championship for college football. Elizabeth and I are going to go out on a date. So I'm not going to be home to watch Raw or anything like that since it's going head-to-head with that, and take advantage and go out and have a nice steak or something. So that'll be the plan. But you guys will see me this week. I will be dropping some content on the channel. St. Valentine's Day Massacre would be a good one. I thought we did it, but maybe we didn't. We can maybe definitely do that one here in February. Absolutely. You guys have a great rest of your Sunday evening, and I'll be catching y'all real soon. Thanks again. Peace.